journey with us through the rhythm of the music business with your host, Jackie Bertoni.
Hey everybody, Jackie Bertoni, Jackie's Groove, Intertalk Radio Network, Monday, August the 1st, my second show of the day. I'm looking forward to this one. This girl is amazing, new friend of mine, but an old friend of many of my friends, and I'm looking forward to chopping it up with this girl. You know, an amazing background. You know, I'm going to go for the most famous thing that she is known for, in my opinion, and the opinion of a lot of listeners, is the Sons of Champlin, and of course headed by her husband, Mr. Bill Champlin, by the way, coming up at 3 o'clock on Jackie's Groove. So with that said, please, everybody, welcome with open arms and open ears the ever-lovely and talented, a fellow Armenian, got to say that. Please welcome Mrs. Tamara Champlin, Matosian. Hi, girl. Welcome to Jackie's Groove.
Hi, Jackie. How are you?
Fine, love. How are you?
So
welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Thanks for reaching out and everything.
Thank you, girl. Let's talk about that song we just heard coming up. Give us the genesis of where that was all about.
You know, we just put this thing together. I just started singing it pretty much a cappella, and then I ran over to my co-writer, Michael Caruso's house, and he could barely figure out, you know, playing it really like as slow as molasses on piano, and so
right.
So we did it, and then I brought it back to Bill, and he had to decipher it and produce it for us. So I sang it, and we recorded it, and then my co-writer Michael again said, "You've got to get this out. You got to just release this on iTunes, whether you have an album ready or not. Just go put it out because it's you know, it's a pop record. It's, you know, you got to just put it out now." So we did. We just had it. We did everything in our little studio, and then had Alan Hertz, who plays drums with the Sons of Champlin, and Scott Henderson, and is an amazing engineer and mixer. And he played drums on it and mixed the song, mixed the track, and mastered it. And then so we just dropped it, you know.
Definitely rocking, girl. Definitely rocking.
You know.
Hey,
and
let me ask.
It's you know, it's just there, and I get, you know, I've done it live with CWF, you know, with Champlin, Williams, and Freestadt in Europe and Japan, and it's gone over really well. It's a great little song to do, and we're going to include it on probably whatever solo album I get out, if I get an EP out next, or something that another group that we're working on.
Very cool. Hey, Tamara, let me ask you a question, young lady. You know, I know about you, and the listeners who are tuning in, who are fans of yours, know about you, but the ones who are tuning into Jackie's Groove and curious about Tamara Champlin, Tamara, let's educate the people. Let's let them step behind the velvet rope, your velvet rope, so to speak, and let's talk about your lengthy career, but let's try to put it together here in 1 hour. So with that said, let's talk about where you were born, where were you raised, and did you ever grow up?
I don't think that's really going to ever happen, I guess. But
God bless.
I was born in St. Louis, Missouri, and but I grew up mostly till I was about 13. I grew up in a little town in Arkansas, which was called El Dorado, Arkansas, and it was just it's pretty much an oil town, a really lovely little town of the southern Arkansas, right? You know, about an hour from Shreveport and Monroe, and really close to Louisiana. But then I moved to Texas in my senior year of high school, and my dad was an engineer, so we just traveled around. You know, we did move a few times, and it happened all the 4 years of my high school. You know, every year I was in a different school because he was doing projects for British Petroleum, BP, and which was Amoco and Standard Oil.
Well, let's step back for one.
So I grew up in the South.
Sorry, I had a delay here, honey. I'm sorry to interrupt you there. Let's step back for 1 second. Go back to Arkansas. What was the music vibe back then when you were getting your feet wet, so to speak?
Well, I remember my friends really liked the Beach Boys, and I just couldn't hang with that, and I really didn't get that. And when, you know, and all the Stax, we were very close to Memphis, living in Arkansas,
cool.
And all that Stax stuff really hit us pretty seriously. So I was just totally into all that, and Aretha Franklin and all the Otis Redding and all that stuff there, and I remember my B.J. Thomas was around there, and well, when I moved to Houston, B.J. Thomas was closer to that area, and the Allman Brothers came out, and that was it's that time. That was just amazing.
Would you consider yourself
pretty soulful music?
Yeah, it was a good question. Would you consider yourself more at that time an R&B lover, a soul singer?
Well, yeah, I'm mostly an R&B singer, but I like rock. I like to rock, so so I write a lot of that, both a little bit of both, you know, and then Texas was. Then I grew up in Texas a little while after that is when I started singing, and so.
We use the word right there. Started singing. What age were you when you started singing and knew that this is what you wanted to do in your lifetime?
I think I was about 17 when I realized what I wanted to do, and it took me a little while to figure it out. But, but by the time I was 19, I was making a living doing it. So, so I sang in a lot of clubs in Houston, and at the time, Houston was just rampant with music and gigs, and you know, every night you could work in a club and play with a band every night, and then Sundays and Mondays or cocktail hours or what I wanted to do. I could learn everything. I could learn all the jazz songs and standards I needed to learn in the cocktail hour with from 5 to 8, and then I could do rock stuff all night long and get paid for it.
And that's so cool that you say get paid for it, because I usually ask a lot of my interviews and stuff, do you think back for a second, put your thinking cap on. When you said getting paid for it, do you remember what you were making on a gig like that?
Oh, my gosh. This was, in mid-70s, and you're making $300 a week easily.
Unfortunately, that's not much more than that's not much more than you're making now. Exactly. When in these clubs.
Well, I mean, as far as kids, having gigs to go to and just clubs to play in, they don't pay very many. But if you've got a TV show or something like that, and you're getting songs in movies, then you're making money. And then if you're doing major concerts, but this was just doing top 40 stuff and things, which was kind of a learning field, and so that was it was interesting. And then I happened to be doing all the sessions in Houston, in Mickey Gilley's studio and another guy, Huey Moe's studio, who produced Freddie Fender, and so me and my friend or two a girlfriend that I sang with a lot, we both did a lot of sessions in both of those places. And one day Mickey Gilley said, "We're doing a movie here. We're going to be doing a movie here, and we want you two girls to sing with us." And so we're going to be playing. They're going to be playing, and they were playing on stage, and he was a big part of that movie, and so he had us perform with him.
What was that movie, girl?
That was Urban Cowboy.
There you go.
So I got to, meet John Travolta, and I remember I remember being there and seeing Scott Glenn walk by me in total character, and he scared me to death. because he was so
Why?
badass. Because he was in his character as that mean guy that was beating up Deborah Winger, and he really frightened me. I was scared of him. I was like, this guy's not good. He's a bad person to be around. I didn't know he was in the movie.
Right.
Before I even realized who he was, he just scared the pants off me.
Any interaction between the stars and yourself during the filming?
Not so much then, but the crew's always wonderful to hang out with, and the band and everything. So we had a wonderful time, and the people that I met made me want to move to Los Angeles. And so right after that, within a year after that, I moved to Los Angeles.
What year was that, girl?
79? I think it was 79. And I moved out here, and I came out here I really just came out for about 3 weeks. And I happened to be sitting in a club in Encino, and I met Bill.
And Tamara, I want you to hold on to that thought, because we're going to trail out of segment number 1 into segment number 2, and you must have telepathy going on here, because my next question to you was, when did you meet Mr. Champlin, and what was the feeling from that itself? Were you a fan at that time? So let's talk about that on segment number 2. Everybody, don't go anywhere. This is Jackie Bertoni, Jackie's Groove, with my in-studio guest, the lovely, talented, amazing singer, Miss Tamara Champlin. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to record on a Grammy award-winning album? Have you ever wondered what it's like to play in front of a stadium crowd? Have you ever wondered what it's like to be on a world tour? I'm Jackie Bertoni, and I've played with the who's who in the music industry, and I've toured the world. Come join my world, behind the velvet rope, and get into the groove on Jackie's Groove. Live 2 p.m. Mondays and available 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com.
Which sandwich is healthy and tasty? Which sandwich can come on bread or in a bowl? Which sandwich comes 51 different ways, so it's always your way? A which sandwich. Stop into our shop in Hazard Center. We're upstairs from the Hazard Center Digiplex. Bring in your movie ticket. We will add a free drink and chips to your sandwich order. Or order online at whichwich.com, and we will have it ready and waiting. WHICH, whichwich.com.
Hi, I'm Tim Dolbear, the host of Sound Experience on Intertalk Radio. Each week, I talk with top professional audio engineers, producers, musicians, and the manufacturers that make the tools that we use in the studio each and every day. From capturing the perfect take to mastering your final release, and the tools and how the pros use them, we are going to dive deep into their process and learn from their experience. I look forward to you joining us each week on Sound Experience with me, your host, Tim Dolbear.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Hi, this is Tim Dolbear, host of Sound Experience here on Intertalk Radio. And Source Connect by Source Element is the essential tool that we use to link between my studio in Austin, Texas, and the WS radio station in San Diego. Now, with Source Connect, not only can we communicate in real time and with HD audio, but it's synced up and is of a high enough quality that I can use it for real-time ADR work, remote recording, and overdubbing, and it even allows me to remotely control a DAW. Source Connect by Source Element, affordable, high-quality audio and video connection over the internet for all of your production needs.
Welcome to Jackie's journeying with us through the rhythm of the music business with your host, Jackie Bertoni.
That song is rocking, called The Backstreets of Paradise, from my in-studio guest, Tamara Champlin. Hey, guys, I'm having a great time. I hope you are, too. And you know what? If you can't make the live shows, do yourselves a favor. Do us a favor and go on to Apple Tunes, iTunes, and go on to Google Play for Android and download our easy-to-use navigate application. 2 words, InnerTalk, first word, radio, second, and take Jackie's Groove and our whole network on the road with you when you can't listen to us live, and we'll be with you 24/7. And so with that said, that rockin' tune was brought to you by my in-studio guest, Tamara Champlin. Tamara, you there, girl?
Yes, I am.
Man, let me just tell you that, and I say that as a compliment, but I thought I was right there listening to Bonnie Raitt. That had that vibe. It's that foot stomp, man. So if you were trying to achieve that in your own sound, you nailed it.
Oh, thank you. Well, that's something Terry Wilson and I wrote together, and we did on my album, and it's, you know, really, it was so much fun, and it's still fun because we play it with the Sons of Champlin, and whenever possible, we play that song. So,
do you remember who the musicians on that track were? Can you think back?
Well, I'm thinking. Okay, Pat Moscolato, I believe, is on drums. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look on a record and tell you all.
No worries.
But, oh my gosh. Well, I know Terry Wilson was on bass, and Michael Hutchinson was our engineer. So let me try and think of all these people who are on it. Somebody might call in and tell you better than I can. I've forgotten a few of them, but I know that Randy Cantor did all the horn patches and things. He just programmed a ton of stuff there, and he's amazing. And but I know Terry and I and Teresa probably sang all those backgrounds.
What's the background of that song? What's the genesis of that? What inspired you to put pen to paper on that?
You know, he just started playing something, and I started singing that, and it kind of happened. So that was one of the first things that we wrote together, and it was really a lot of fun, and it just started rocking, and we wrote quite a few songs that were in that whole Texas blues rock thing, and actually one of them was Stone Cold that Paul Rogers ended up recording on his album with The Law that he did. He and Kenny Jones had a band called The Law. They were on Atlantic East West, and they did one of the songs, Stone Cold, and that was fabulous. That was just amazing because I actually got to see him perform it live. The one time he played live with that band, I was in London, and they played at Milton Keynes at a festival, and I was there standing in front of in the sound booth out front by the mixing board, and they played that live, and I was just about. That was the first time I heard somebody really play one of my songs live, and that was just quite a feeling.
You know what's really cool? Talking about this music in general itself as being a life source, But Tamara, if you agree with me on this, is live music not the most amazing thing you can experience? That feeling of the audience, the feeling of the musicians on stage, just that to be engulfed by greatness. I mean, what do you prefer? Do you prefer live? Do you prefer the studio? Where do you want to see yourself in the future doing more of what?
I like them both, and one is the means to the other, I think,
Agreed.
because I love recording and writing, and love writing and getting songs out there and doing that process and working with other people, and that's a big part of my life. And then when you get to go play them live,
right,
it's a whole nother. They just take on a whole nother life themselves. So when you're lucky enough to do both, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
You know what's cool also, and how I got hip to you, Tamara, is you and I and Bill, we have a mutual friends of ours in Las Vegas, and that group is called Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns, headed up by Jerry Lopez. And when I first was introduced to you, of course, I know I'm a fan of your husband's for years, and but actually getting a chance, and folks, do yourselves a favor and go on to YouTube and type in Tamara, Bill Champlin, Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns, and they do two songs. One of my favorites, a great song called "Turn Your Love Around," and my favorite song of all times with Santa Fe. Let's say again, "Love Will Find a Way." And
this time, love is going to find you.
Life is going to find you. Excuse me, I'm looking at my wrong notes here. I got to tell you, the look on your face to be fronted by, again, Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns is a 10-piece band with your husband and yourself, made it 12 people on stage. Is that band not the most incredible live band to work with live?
They're incredible, and Bill is just in love with them, and I love Jerry, and oh my God, they're wonderful. There's not one bad person. There's nobody on that stage that isn't amazing. And Jerry and Jamie, and they're best guys in the world, and Roshan, and at the time we had and at one time we had all of them and Eddie Garcia playing with
right.
us when we did the Mayday record, and so that was really a lot of fun.
When I go there, I have
Again,
when I say when I go there, I have the
2009
best. Right, and I go there. We got this horrible echo. I keep hearing it here, honey, and I'm so sorry. It's the benefit of live radio. You know, when I go there, I just cannot wait. I'm going there to listen to and love, of course. But when I get invited up on stage, I don't want to get off that stage. Just to be surrounded by, Gabriel Falcon on percussion, and Jamie Hosner, of course, and then Dave Richardson, and then the amazing horn section, and Pepe Jimenez on drums, Tony Davidge.
They're ridiculous.
Yeah, and Lonnie and Tyreek. It's
you have to go on a Monday. You have to if you get to go to Las Vegas and you have the chance to be there on a Monday night. That is just.
Well, I hate to break the news to you, girl, but the boys are jobless now on Monday nights. They stepped away from the Palms. They made their way over to the South Point Casino, and they decided to close that show down. So they're kind of like in limbo on a Monday. So go to Santa Fe.
But they're going back to the Palms. I believe they're going to be back at the Palms.
They better. They better. All I know is that.
That's the rumor I heard.
And I would love just to be able to go there and to see you guys live, meaning you and Bill. And let me just tell you about that band, Santa Fe. It's a great video on YouTube also where the Proud Mama and Proud Papa, you guys are hanging out by the little stage area right there, right behind Gabe when you come from backstage on the stage, and you're sitting there watching your son, Will, killing it.
Yeah.
And I love that the cameraman saw that too, both of your heads. I couldn't see your bodies, but I just saw your little heads peering around the corner. How is that to see your boy, who you've nurtured from day one, turn into an amazing musician? I mean, think about the genes, the gene pool between you and your husband, and this kid got it all.
Oh, we cry. We just sit there and sob watching him. It's like the first day we took him to college, and we just start crying. It's just amazing. Like, watching him on The Voice, and then and especially that night at Jerry's at the Palms when he performed there, he did All My Might, and it's a song that he and Bill wrote with Chad Sanford, who's an amazing producer and songwriter who actually produced some of Chicago's things, and he did Don Johnson's album. He's done Stevie Nicks and Missing You, and so they did this one song. I don't know if you ever heard that All My Might, but Will played everything on it, and it was like a Yellow Jackets, like his Russ Ferrante tribute. And he played every instrument, including, and the whole improv section that he played was just all, he planned it all out and played it, and he played everything on it, the drums, and everybody thought that was Vinnie Colaiuta playing drums and Abraham Laborio playing bass, but it was him. And it's amazing stuff that he's kind of, I think he's gone around in circles doing, Americana and pop and this and that and art, but he comes back to the stuff that he's really great at is, I think, real R&B stuff and rock, and he's amazing.
Tamara, with the
singing
exception
and playing everything.
With the exception of Bill, who's inspired you musically?
Well, I think I get a little bit from everybody I hear. When I was younger, I loved Aretha Franklin and Otis Redding and all the Stax stuff that because that's what I was exposed to early, and the Beatles and as far as singers, I think there were more men to listen to at the time than there were
Tamara,
women.
I'm going to jump in one more time.
Ramlet
I'm going to jump in one more time, honey. We're going to run out of time in this segment. We need much more time with you, girl. Hey, guys, don't go anywhere. Coming out of 2, going into 3 with my in-studio guest. I love this girl. Hey, everybody, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with Tamara Champlin. This is Jackie Bertoni. Jackie's Groove, brought to you by Intertalk Radio. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Hi, this is Tim Dolbear, host of Sound Experience here on Intertalk Radio. And Source Connect by Source Element is the essential tool that we use to link between my studio in Austin, Texas, and the WS radio station in San Diego. Now, with Source Connect, not only can we communicate in real time and with HD audio, but it's synced up and is of a high enough quality that I can use it for real-time ADR work, remote recording, and overdubbing, and it even allows me to remotely control a DAW. Source Connect by Source Element, affordable, high-quality audio and video connection over the internet for all of your production needs.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to record on a Grammy award-winning album? Have you ever wondered what it's like to play in front of a stadium crowd? Have you ever wondered what it's like to be on a world tour? I'm Jackie Bertoni, and I've played with the who's who in the music industry, and I've toured the world. Come join my world, behind the velvet rope, and get into the groove on Jackie's Groove. Live 2 p.m. Mondays and available 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique, targeting your message, and improving your open rates. Appify your business and amplify your presence with your customers at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.
Hi, I'm Tim Dolbear, the host of Sound Experience on Intertalk Radio. Each week, I talk with top professional audio engineers, producers, musicians, and the manufacturers that make the tools that we use in the studio each and every day. From capturing the perfect take to mastering your final release, and the tools and how the pros use them, we are going to dive deep into their process and learn from their experience. I look forward to you joining us each week on Sound Experience with me, your host, Tim Dolbear.
Welcome to Jackie's Groove. Come journey with us through the rhythm of the music business with your host, Jackie Bertoni.
I don't know about you guys, but if you're not bobbing your head like I am right now, you gotta clean that wax out of your ears. That song is called "You Won't Get to Heaven Alive." I'm gonna find out about the genesis of that tune with my in-studio guest today, Tamara Champlin. This is Jackie Bertoni. You're tuned into Jackie's Groove, brought to you by the Intertalk Radio Network. And I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors out there, to everybody at Optimal Body Personal Fitness at OptimalBodyPF.com. Also to SIR, Studio Instrument Rentals. Reach them at SIR-USA.com for all of your backline needs and studio rehearsal hall needs also. Everybody at Pitbull Audio. You can reach them at pitbullaudio.com, where they just want you to play it loud. And everybody over at Vader Percussion, my drumstick choice for almost 20 years. And you reach them at vader.com, VATER.com. DWDrums.com, Drum Workshop. Everybody over there, thank you for the belief and the support in our network, and also to my boys and my girls over at LPmusic.com, going on 27 years as a proud endorser with this company. So with that said, that's a lot of words there, but you know what? You got to do what you got to do. Let's get back into the groove with this girl, Tamara Champlin. Tamara, talk to me about that song. Talk to me about that song, man. That was... Who were the horns on that? I'm hearing Tower Power horns. I could be wrong.
You know, I think it was Randy Cantor, who is just an amazing programming guy and writer and musician and producer. And he and I started the song, and he brought over a friend of his, a songwriter, and that was Michael Caruso, who's my main co-writer, I'd say, and for the past 20 years. And he brought him over, and we did that together. And it was Jody Cortez on drums, Terry Wilson on bass, Kevin Dukes on guitar, and that's the version you were listening to is actually the TOBB record, and it's all Norwegian friends of ours, and it is a live horn section. So you were hearing a live horn section on that track right there. The original one is what I was talking about. But so anyway, sorry, not to be confusing, but there's two versions of it.
When you say Norwegian, are we talking about Ole Barand and his crazy crew out there?
No, this is a group called TOBB, and it's Javed Kurd and Rune Olsen and Eric Smith on drums, and Lars Endrud on bass, and we did a whole little tour with them. Well, half a dozen gigs. Right. And a couple summers ago, and we actually recorded some with them too, and they're just an amazing horn band. Really great horn players. They all are the ones that play with the Norwegian television shows and everything, and they're quite masterful. They're just amazing players. And we met them while we were over there doing a show with the Norwegian orchestra, the symphony orchestra.
Very cool. Tamara, do me a favor. Help me understand You Won't Get to Heaven Alive.
What, lyrically?
Yeah, just the feeling itself. I mean, think about it. You won't get to heaven alive. Are you supposed to arrive there alive?
No, life's a bitch, and then you die. I mean,
Thank you. I just
anyway,
I didn't know.
You don't get to heaven alive. It's I don't know. Maybe I should ask my other co-writer what he thought he was thinking too.
Yeah, I mean, I can just see a bunch of Harley Davidson riders coming up to this, this through a dirt field itself, walking into a bar and seeing you on stage killing this song. I'm definitely, right now as we speak, I'm going on right now and I'm downloading it. Yes, I am downloading. I'm paying for the music here, everybody. Something that everybody should do. No, seriously.
I love
God
that.
bless.
When you look on when you see the downloads and the streaming comparisons, it's like a big knife in your back.
Yeah.
So, and a big, in a tire going, the air coming out of a tire. It's just terrible.
Well, I always say, stop stealing music, people. We're not doing this for our health. We have families. We have overheads. You know what? Nobody comes and steals your progress report when you're working at IBM, and pay for it.
I listen to K-Rock a lot, and if I hear something Muse or Fall Out Boy and anything I like, I buy it. I just download it. I buy it, so it's in my phone, and I just can't steal people's music. I'll go listen to something on YouTube if I need to see something that I've never seen, but I just don't stream their music. I just don't think it's right, and I hope somebody stops it soon because or finds a way to make it fair. Because there are some big companies. Talk about corporations. These guys are corporations are getting filthy rich, and they're the middle shrinking, and they're getting bigger and bigger.
Tamara, do you get today's music? Be honest.
I like a lot of stuff. I think maybe not a lot of pop and rap things. I may not be totally there with all those, certain things, but I love good music and I love interesting things and different stuff. So I think I like it. If you just, ask me something, if I've never heard of it, then you'll know.
And I just love the fact you use it. The operative word you used there a second ago was good music. We've in our business, your business, my business, your husband's business, we do get certain perks, and those certain perks are getting out and hanging out with the coolest acts that are out there and stuff. But again, too, regardless of who they are or who we are, it still comes down to one thing, comes down to music, comes down to the groove, comes down to that funk, comes down to that rock. When I go to these shows, just a recent with Earth, Wind, and Fire and Styx and Journey and Tower Power in Chicago, I'm looking at all these old boys up there, and they're selling out everywhere they go. And it is
amazing? Isn't it amazing because they enjoyed a heyday, and now they're still making great living, if not more, way more than they used to.
Think about it.
Because they can, the media, social media, and everything else has made it even better for them. But not, so that's all great.
I like to use the.
I see it harder for younger people.
I like to use the term "everything old is new again." I mean, Warren G, probably one of the startups when it came to the rap business. He sampled a song from Michael McDonald, our mutual friend, a song called "I Keep Forgetting," and I had a kid years ago say, "Yeah, man, that song, that Warren G, Regulator, is really amazing." I said, "Well, that's pretty amazing, but ask your father where that song originally came from." And the kid came back to me a couple of weeks later and said, "I asked my dad. My dad said some guy that smokes a doobie. His name is Michael Doobie. I said, Michael McDonald. He goes, yeah. And in fact, Michael's daughter, just as your kids are growing up, Michael McDonald's daughter, she put up a video on FaceTime, and it's a picture of Michael standing in front of an old clock on the wall, and where the pendulum is, it's being shrouded by a piece of glass that it says regulator on it. And Michael didn't say a word. All he did is the part where Warren G yelled out, "Regulator!" Michael pointed at it and then just walked off camera. And the point I'm making is that there's a reason why these young people in the business itself are taking, not stealing, but they are sampling music from the greats. There's a reason for it. Well,
there is.
I mean, like Danny Seraphin's song, Street Player. One of my favorite tunes from that group, but it's also the music behind that rapper by the name of Pitbull is using that.
Right.
And listening to him in an interview, he says, I took that song because I'm a huge fan of that music and I'm a huge fan of that group. So guys, believe it or not, man, do yourselves a favor, even if they're at the age of 20, 30 years old, go steal your parents' music. And there's a reason for it. There's a reason why people that we interview, people that are relevant, are still doing it. There's so much more to go.
We went through that. We went through that with Will when he was in high school, and he and his friends were listening to something that was taken from James Brown.
Big.
And Bill said, "Why don't you listen to this? Listen to this. This is where that came from." And he just played it for him. He said, "Here, check this out." And Will went, yeah. So he got it. He got that. So he learned. He started listening to everything.
And that's a good term that you say, that got it. I want to talk to you more about that your kids getting it, growing up, and realizing who their parents were and who the parents are. So with that said, we're going to trail out of segment number 3. Can't believe it. Almost the whole show is over with. Coming back on segment number 4 with my in-studio guest, the great Tamara Champlin. Tamara, don't go anywhere. You sit back. The listeners sit back. We'll be right back after the short break. Jackie Bertoni, Jackie's Groove, brought to you by Intertalk Radio. Don't go anywhere. Stay put.
Hi, I'm Tim Dolbear, the host of Sound Experience on Intertalk Radio. Each week, I talk with top professional audio engineers, producers, musicians, and the manufacturers that make the tools that we use in the studio each and every day. From capturing the perfect take to mastering your final release, and the tools and how the pros use them, we are going to dive deep into their process and learn from their experience. I look forward to you joining us each week on Sound Experience with me, your host, Tim Dolbear. Hi, this is Tim Dolbear, host of Sound Experience here on Intertalk Radio. And Source Connect by Source Element is the essential tool that we use to link between my studio in Austin, Texas, and the WS radio station in San Diego. Now, with Source Connect, not only can we communicate in real time and with HD audio, but it's synced up and is of a high enough quality that I can use it for real-time ADR work, remote recording, and overdubbing, and it even allows me to remotely control a DAW. Source Connect by Source Element, affordable, high-quality audio and video connection over the internet for all of your production needs.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, CEO and founder of VinVillage.com and the Wine and Dine Show on Vin Village Radio. Do you have a wine, event, product, or service to promote? Then contact VinVillage.com to reach thousands of wine lovers across the country. VinVillage connects like-minded wine enthusiasts with unique and exclusive wines, events, products, and services. To learn more, contact us on VinVillage.com. VinVillage is where wine lovers connect.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Hey, it's Tracy Smith
and Beth Venus
of Girls Talk Rock right here on the Intertalk Radio Network.
Every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific.
Okay, Beth, they know that, but we want you to know that the industry pro's choice is Silver Tiger Production.
SDP is a full-service production agency offering sound, lighting, installations, talent buying, staffing, backline equipment rental, and sales. Kapow!
It's everything in the entertainment performance industry. It's all that. SilverTigerProduction.com.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to record on a Grammy award-winning album? Have you ever wondered what it's like to play in front of a stadium crowd? Have you ever wondered what it's like to be on a world tour? I'm Jackie Bertoni, and I've played with the who's who in the music industry, and I've toured the world. Come join my world, behind the velvet rope, and get into the groove on Jackie's Groove. Live 2 p.m. Mondays and available 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com.
Welcome to Jackie's Groove. Come journey with us through the rhythm of the music business with your host, Jackie Bertoni.
That song was called Chasing the Moon by my in-studio guest today, Tamara Champlin. Hey, everybody, Jackie Bertoni. Jackie's Groove brought to you by the world-leading Intertalk Radio Network. Hey, guys, I can't believe this is the final 12 minutes of an hour interview with a woman. I just should have booked 2 hours. You should have taken my word for it, Tamara. 2 hours were needed. But we can always welcome you back, girl. We can always welcome you back. So with that said, I just want to ask you one question. Then I'm going to do some business because my name is on the show, but this episode has got your name written all over it, and it's all about you and how people can get a hold of you. So with that said, I have one question I really want to ask. You've been blessed to do a plethora of things, great things, and you will be blessed to do many more great things. But talk to me about one thing, just one question, one answer. What is on your bucket list? Who do you want to play with?
Oh, I don't know who I want to play with, but I like singing with really great musicians, and I have sung with a lot of great artists and things like that. But I just like to be able to do my own songs a little bit, while I can.
And that's so cool, girl.
Doing that, so I'm going to be doing that. I really enjoy playing with whoever I'm playing with because everybody I've been fortunate enough to play with has been amazing music. I mean, just amazing musicians, and so I'm thrilled to be doing any of that. Singing with any of them. But I think what I really like doing is singing my own songs, and maybe with my co-writer Michael Caruso. I think I'd like us to do something together because we have such a repertoire of amazing songs, and I think that's really a fun thing we could be doing. And another thing I'm doing is writing with Gary Falcone and Bill, and we've been working on an album together with the three of us writing and recording everything. Mostly the guys were doing. We started out as a Gary record, and it's kind of become a little group. And I've spent a lot of time writing with them, and it's been real. That would be a great thing to do live. I hope to see that go forward too. So I would like to see all of these go from studio recordings to live performances, and that's what I'm working on now. And that record's just about to find a home. And with that said, I'm gonna let the CEO come on. Is now Florentino? You spoke to him earlier, and Florentino he usually asks some really deep questions about how we can stock you, and I mean that as a positive situation, and get more information about how we can find everything about Tamara. So with that said, Florentino say hi to Tamara, and Tamara say hi to Florentino.
Hi, Tamara. How you doing?
Hi there. Hey, Florentino. Well, I'm all over Facebook, I'm on Facebook and Twitter, and you can find me there, and Instagram, and so I have a lot of music up there on Reverb Nation and things like that. There's not a lot on iTunes.
Yeah, those definitely the great ones. And your website again what was the URL?
I can't hear you. What?
Paul has to turn me up there. I said what was your website URL one more time?
Oh, my website is tamarachamplin.com.
Okay, good.
And it'll lead you to a lot of things, and my Facebook and Twitter, and I am playing live at August 28th at Bogey's in Westlake.
Oh, awesome.
On Sunday, August 28th, with Bill's playing with us, and Carmen Grillo, Dave Raven, and I'm not sure who else is playing.
Gotcha.
That alone is a stellar lineup. Carmen's a good friend of mine, one of the funkiest guitar players formerly of Tower Power. And you know how to surround yourself.
He's our best man, you know. I mean,
Girl,
Carmen and I toured with Rita Coolidge together.
Right.
And he was the best man at our wedding, and, you know, just one of our best friends.
You know, you surround yourself by great musicians. You know why? Because you are a great person itself. You're a fun girl to hang out with, woman, if you will. And your passion is deep. Florentine, do you want to send any good vibes that way from you to her?
Well, yeah, I got a chance to talk with your husband and what you guys are doing. It's just an amazing thing to keep the music alive. And I think that in this day and age, in the context of the music industry, what you're doing, the collaborative process is huge. What are some of the future projects that you have that you think are going to be kind of impacting the industry and basically the listening audience?
Well, the one project that I wanted to talk about was the one with Gary Falcone and Bill and myself, and that's been about a year in the making. We started writing, and that's coming to fruition, and finding a little label, and so we may be doing some shows with that in the near future, and also, well, I need to mention that we're playing with the Sons of Champlin August 13th in Rockland, California. So that's a big show. So
love it.
That's my old stomping grounds. I'm from Sacramento, so I know Rockland.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where.
Yeah, well, we played Folsom last year, but this year we're up in Rockland. So
okay, so you're
up there.
The west side from the east side. Yeah, that's I know the area as well.
So
I was going to say that I think that's important, and I think you only have a few seconds left here, Jackie. Right?
A minute and 14. So let's reel it in, kids.
Okay. Tamara, one of the questions I do have for you here is, you've done many things in this industry, and we've talked about your social media, and we talked about your current projects here. What's your thoughts on all these things right now, and what do you feel the next wave of direction is going to be for this industry?
Well, I can't really say. There's so many amazing things, like the electronic dance music and everything like that. Really fun to check out. But I think basically starts with a singer and a song, and you've seen that with Adele, and
right.
certain and you've seen this. You just see her, so much of her and her personality come through that I don't think you can ever go wrong with that. So I can't say what the direction's going to be because I'm not 13 years old.
I'm going to interrupt you guys real quick, because I can tell you right now, Tamara, I hate doing this, but the direction is we're out of time. Damn it. So with that said, you guys, do me a favor, patronize our girl, Tamara Champlin. Stalk her whenever you can. Buy her music. Don't steal her music. Everybody, we're coming back with her.
And you can check out my Wikipedia, too.
There you go. We're coming back on the next segment with Mr. Bill Champlin, her other half, Jackie's Groove, Jackie Bertoni.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to record on a Grammy award-winning album? Have you ever wondered what it's like to play in front of a stadium crowd? Have you ever wondered what it's like to be on a world tour? I'm Jackie Bertoni, and I've played with the who's who in the music industry, and I've toured the world. Come join my world, behind the velvet rope, and get into the groove on Jackie's Groove. Live 2 p.m. Mondays and available 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Hi, this is Tim Dolbear, host of Sound Experience here on Intertalk Radio. And Source Connect by Source Element is the essential tool that we use to link between my studio in Austin, Texas, and the WS radio station in San Diego. Now, with Source Connect, not only can we communicate in real time and with HD audio, but it's synced up and is of a high enough quality that I can use it for real-time ADR work, remote recording, and overdubbing, and it even allows me to remotely control a DAW. Source Connect by Source Element, affordable, high-quality audio and video connection over the internet for all of your production needs. Hi, I'm Tim Dolbear, the host of Sound Experience on Intertalk Radio. Each week, I talk with top professional audio engineers, producers, musicians, and the manufacturers that make the tools that we use in the studio each and every day. From capturing the perfect take to mastering your final release, and the tools and how the pros use them, we are going to dive deep into their process and learn from their experience. I look forward to you joining us each week on Sound Experience with me, your host, Tim Dolbear.
Which sandwich is healthy and tasty? Which sandwich can come on bread or in a bowl? Which sandwich comes 51 different ways, so it's always your way? A which sandwich. Stop into our shop in Hazard Center. We're upstairs from the Hazard Center Digiplex. Bring in your movie ticket. We will add a free drink and chips to your sandwich order. Or order online at whichwich.com, and we will have it ready and waiting. WHICHWICH. Whichwich.com.